Hello iPaaS developers, welcome to our channel. So we are going to see Apache Camel series. So in this series, first we are going to see Apache Camel K. So what is Apache Camel and what are these features and where we can use. So we are going to see all these things in this video. We are going to discuss about Camel, the Quarkus framework, then the environment. It may be Kubernetes or OpenShift. So introduction. So Apache Camel K is a lightweight integration framework built on Apache Camel. It is designed for Kubernetes and cloud-native environment. It enables the developers to run integration routes natively on Kubernetes or OpenShift environment. It simplifies the deployment and scaling of integration logic as a microservices. By Apache Camel, we have Apache Camel K. We have Apache Camel, the existing one. Then why we are going for Camel K? So traditional integrations are complex and hard to scale. When we have this Camel application, you can run as a standalone application or you can deploy into application server. So it's hard to scale. Camel K allows faster development and deployment of integrations. It built for serverless architecture and container-based and microservices architecture. It reduces the operational overhead by automating the deployment pipelines. What are the key features of Apache Camel K? It's a cloud native, runs on Kubernetes and OpenShift environment. It is very lightweight and faster startup. So it has Camel Quarkus framework, so which will start the application very quickly and it will use very less memory. So that is the first feature. So they call it as supersonic and subatomic. Then when you are developing the integration code, it supports Java, YAML, XML, or Groovy. So you can use all these languages to create your integration flow. We call it as a domain-specific language here, DSL. It supports a auto configuration and dependency management. It's a Maven based project when you develop, so all the dependency management is easy. It supports event-driven and serverless-ready architecture. And also it supports the Knative, Kafka, and Camel ecosystem components. Regarding this architecture, it uses this Apache Camel core runtime. So whatever the existing Camel route, we can run in Camel K as well. It uses the Kubernetes custom resource to manage the integrations. And it has operator pattern, which automates build, deploy, and lifecycle management. It leverages for container images for the packaging and deployment. It integrates with Knative for event-driven workloads. What are the components involved in this architecture? As I mentioned, Apache Camel runtime is a core which is to run these integrations. Apache Camel runtime is a core engine to run the integrations. It uses Kubernetes custom resource definition. So it creates custom resource called integration in Kubernetes. And we have to have the operator We call it as Camel K operator. We need to install that operator in the Kubernetes environment. Then it will take care of all the life cycle. So it will build the application and deploy the application as a pod in the Kubernetes environment. So as I mentioned, the integration is the custom resource, which is defining this integration logic or integration flow, whatever we are writing in the TSL. They provide the command line interface, which is a Camel CLI, which is used to run the application, view the application, and delete the application. And Knative and Kafka for the event-driven integrations. So what are the capabilities? It has a similar capability about Apache Camel because it can connect various data sources, APIs, and services. It supports more than 300 components and connectors. So what are the components available in Camel framework we can use here also. This Camel K is ideal for hybrid integrations. So we can connect cloud applications as well on-premises applications. It enables the real-time data flow and transformations. It provides all the features in the ESP product like routing, filtering, and transformation, and the protocol conversion. So we can do all the stuffs in this framework. So what are the installation steps or requirement to run this Camel K application? So we need to have this Kubernetes environment or OpenShift environment. If you want to run in your local machine for development or exploration purpose, you can use Minikube. It's a simplified version of Kubernetes. Then you have to install this kubectl CLI or OCCLI. kubectl for Kubernetes, so OC for the OpenShift. Camel CLI you can use with any environment that is provided by the Camel K framework. Knative and Kafka, if you want, you can use this for the event-driven, event streaming integrations. So what are the development environment, development IDEs we can use it? You can use Eclipse or IntelliJ, you can use VS Code. There are two other tools like Apache Caravan and Tahoe. Those two is similar to drag and track tool, so you can build your integration flows on that one. So what is the configuration and runtime behavior in this Camel K applications? So as I mentioned, all these integrations are deployed as pod in the Kubernetes. Since it's running on the Kubernetes, it supports the config map and secrets and environment variables. It has the hot reload capabilities for faster interaction. So we can run in dev mode on the cluster. So when you are running in that mode, whenever you make changes in the code, then it will detect and it will reload the code immediately. So we can do auto scaling based on our workload, and we can run in serverless mode using Knative. So what are the use cases we can use? We can use cloud native integrations across services, IoT data streaming and data analytics pipeline. We can use for real-time API orchestration. We can use for enterprise application integration. So traditional integration applications which is built on any integration tools or middleware product, we can we can develop the same application here and run. For event driven, we can go with Kafka and Knative. Then we can do all kind of transformations and routing in this Camel K applications. This slide shows comparison between Camel versus Camel K. So both are from the Camel framework only, but as I mentioned, it's a traditional integration framework which is runs as a standalone application, or we have to deploy into application server or any other ESP container. So previously we have service mix or Karaf. So we can deploy inside that container and we have to manage the deployment, and we have to manage the scaling by manual operations only. When we are going with the Camel K, it's a cloud native. So you can develop in Camel K and deploy in any cloud. So it's a Kubernetes first version, which means that you can go with Azure or AWS or Google Cloud also. So wherever this Kubernetes is available, then you can deploy in that environment. So it runs natively as a Kubernetes resource, so we can deploy anywhere in the cloud. So it supports the containerized architecture and serverless ready, so we can scale the number of pods or resource dynamically. So we are end of this video. So we are giving summary. So this Apache Camel modernization, it modernizes the integration for the cloud native era. So it simplifies building, deploying, and managing integration on Kubernetes with the operator model. It provides a lightweight, fast, and scalable integration runtime. It's ideal for hybrid, event-driven, and serverless workloads. That's all. Thank you. If you want to like, comment, and share, you can share this. If you want to get more videos, subscribe this channel. Thank you.